Hey, this is JJ with J2 Fitness Pros, and I want to go over the online coaching program. So I have a brief introduction of the program and kind of what to expect in the first weeks of the program. So we have our initial steps, and all the initial steps is just a get to know me, get to know you kind of period. And I'll be sending you some videos to get you kind of a jumpstart program, but really what I'm looking for the initial steps is client forms. So I'm going to send you a link so you can access client forms. These can be things such as health history, your family history, your exercise history, any kind of goals you might have, how your kitchen's set up, social support. So a lot of these forms are just really me finding out where you are right now with your goals and with your physical and mental state, and also where you want to be, because everyone's going to have different goals. So where you are and where you want to be, my job is to figure out how to get you to the point B. So that's what all these forms are going to be. So as you complete the forms, they will come automatically to me, and it will come to me alone. So all my data is very secure. I take it very personal. I've been doing this for a long time, so don't worry about any of that. And then we'll review the client forms together and ask any questions, answer any questions you might have about the setup and getting started. And also you have access to me at any time too by phone. You have my business phone, my personal cell phone. I'm on Facebook, so you can do Messenger, you can send me an email, you can send me a text message. Whatever way works best for you is how you can contact me, and I'll make sure you're taken care of. So after you get these initial documents set up, your next step is to get started. So we'll have a photo, weigh-ins, and body fat percent. So I'll explain all this in detail too. You won't have any questions of how to do a weigh-in, how to do a body fat. We'll make sure it makes sense for you, and you can even come in and see me too if you're close by. And also you'll create an account, and that's for your login for your weigh-ins and body fat and photos. So I have a place for you just to do this. And also the next step is you're going to sign up for any resources or any accounts that you might need to get the program going, and they're listed in the resources. We will go over that. And all the accounts I need you to set up, all my programs in the resources are either free resources or something I've taken care of. So there's no hidden costs in there where you need to sign up for something that's going to cost you money. Okay, and the next thing to do is what will you be doing? So let's go over that. Now I'm going to give you a lot of information, really as much information as you could possibly handle, probably even more. My whole goal is to get you educated so things make sense, and I know when you have knowledge, it makes things easier because you know why do you want to make a decision a certain way versus just me telling you to do it. So my goal was to give you all the information, but make it baby steps. So I'll give you the world, but I'm only going to ask you to take one step at a time. So it's almost like you don't need to worry about the information, but learn it at your own pace, do what you want with it. But when I ask you to do something, it's be nice and easy, and I'll make sure it's something you can handle. So what will you be doing? So on a daily, weekly basis, it depends what you're doing. So on a daily basis, we have a daily journal, and I'm using Google Docs for that. And the reason I have Google Docs for that is because you can access that anywhere at any time on any computer. You can put this as a desktop item on your iPhone, on your iPad, on your Android phone, no matter what it is. So every day you click on your daily journal, and I'll show you an example of what one looks like too, so you can see that. And that's something you will do every day. Each week we'll have a group Skype call just to go over more information or Q&A or whatever bothering you right now or something isn't making sense. We'll do that. And if you can't make the group Skype call, that's okay. I'll post them all on a private Facebook group just for all the coaching people. In addition to the Skype calls each week I want you to do a weekly weigh-in. And again, I'll show you where to do that and how to do it. Every 2 weeks we're going to do a body fat percent. Every 2 weeks we're going to do a new habit update. So that's the daily journal. So every 2 weeks we're going to either add on a new habit, keep the habits where they are. If they get a little tough, we'll just keeping on, or we'll make something easier. If something's not working, it's I want you to run 10 miles a day, and that's something you just can't do. Well, we're going to scale that back and make sure it's something you can do, even if it's just a 5-minute walk. So that's the bi-weekly, every 2 weeks, look at your habits and adjust that. Every month, I'm going to ask you to take new pictures, and again, I'll show you how to do that because the weigh-ins are good, body fat's good, but no one walks up to you and say, hey, it looks like you dropped 1.5% body fat. They don't see that. They only see what we see with our eyes. So I want people to notice, and I want you to notice in the mirror that things are changing. Each month I'm going to ask you to send in your grocery receipts. That's something fun I like to do. I just like to see what everyone people buys each month and make sure no one's lying or stealing or cheating. And also periodically, whenever we need to, usually once a quarter, we'll review all the goals, make sure we're on pace, look at the progress, see if there's anything we need to change to make that work. So that's what you will be doing. Now I'll give a couple of the resources, because that will help some answers too. The resources is really what we use to make the program work. So, and I'm going to show you all this too. We have a members site just for members only. It's at j2fitnesspros.com. Our weekly weigh-ins that are on j2fitnesspros.com under resources. I'll show you that. I use Skype, so we talk to people on a cell phone, that's good, but sometimes I just want to see in your eyes and make sure everything's really working good. Make sure you understand everything. I use MyFitnessPal to keep track of nutrition, so you can jump on MyFitnessPal and I'll have videos on how to set that up. Or a lot of times I just go and set it up for you. I'm good for that too. We want to get a body weight scale so we can do our weekly weigh-ins. I want you to get an Omron handheld body fat scale. It's like $30. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty accurate, not super accurate. There's other more accurate methods, but it's $30. And the nice thing about the Omron is I found it very effective to show progress. So right now, if we go on and it says, hey, you're 30% body fat, and at the end of the month it says you're 28% body fat, there's a good chance that yes, you did lose 2% body fat. So it's something we like to do. And as we progress, I'm going to ask you to get a polar heart rate monitor. Maybe not in the beginning, but I do want you to get a polar heart rate monitor. If you want to go out and get one, go ahead. And we'll have the daily check-in sheet. That's a Google Docs. And on Facebook, you can be a friend of mine on Facebook. I have a lot of updates on there. And I'll ask you to do the private group Facebook, just so it's not for everyone on Facebook. It's just stuff just for you. So more up-to-date information or things I found out or things I want you to try for the group will be on a private group. So let's do this. Let's get to some of these resources so you can see them. So let's jump on here. So the first thing is going to be, this is just Facebook. That's just one of the Facebook pages. And this is the private group. I have different ones for different people. So that's just a Facebook group page. Now on J2 Fitness Pros website, this is the members only section. So you'll see there's a lot of videos, a lot of journals. I got some crazy things happening there. I gotta look at that. But this is where you're gonna find a lot of the things, like the master list, cardio journal, the best foods to eat. So I have some list of things to do, and most everything will have a PDF or a video going over what that step is going to be. So that is on J2 Fitness Pros under members, and it's just for members only. It's not for everyone, and you'll have a password to get into that. And also back on the J2 Fitness Pros website, you can weigh in under resources. I didn't put it under members because resources is just quicker to get to. You just hit resources, and it says client weigh-ins, measures, and photos. It's going to take you to your page. So you have an email, password, sign in, and also too, you can save this page up top, save as, and throw that on your desktop so you can just weigh in each week. So you can register for the first time or just register and you can keep logged in so you won't have to do it each time. So that's how you do your weigh-in. And this is an example of the daily journal for Google Docs. So this is actually one of the clients we're working on right now. I just kind of grabbed hers and stole it so you can see it. So this, for this 2-week period, what I have her doing is just getting her used to MyFitnessPal. So did you complete entry your food items into MyFitnessPal? Just yes or no. And I can't click these because I'll mess her up in my folder. So I'm not asking her to really do anything else except just enter the food in there because I want you to get into the habit of doing that. And this is the next step that she's on. She's a couple weeks into the program. Did you take your supplements today? And I have her to 2 multivitamins and 5 grams of fish oil. So did you do that? Yes or no? So that's pretty simple so far. And then just daily exercise. I'm really not even asking her to do any daily exercise. I'm just asking, did you do it? So did you do cardio? No. If you did, what it was, you can put other. And how long in minutes? And did you do any kind of strength training? Yes or no? And hit submit. And when you hit submit, that goes directly to me. So I have a record of what you did for that day. And like I said, this lady is actually, this is Megan, and she just started a few weeks ago. So we added this on. I can take a look at where she's at with the food, and we even just didn't even tell her to do any exercise yet. I didn't even say, hey, I would need you to do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, anything. I was trying to keep track of where she is, and she's actually doing really good. So that is that. So that is everything on the program. Click on there. So the online coaching program, and that's how you get started with the initial steps, and you have an idea now of what to expect. So if you have any questions at all, you're going to have, like I said, all my phone numbers, all my contact information, on my cell phone, my personal number, my text message, everything to get a hold of me. So I am here to help you every bit of the way. So this is JJ with J2 Fitness Pros, and I will talk to you soon.